welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I am doing a full set of acrylic nails. However, in this video we're going to be focusing on the acrylic application. So of course, before you go in with your acrylic, you want to make sure that you always apply a primer. This is going to help the acrylic adhere a lot better to the natural nail. That way you don't get any lifting. After that, we're going to go in with the acrylic. So I dipped my brush into the liquid and into the powder, got a nice size bead, placed it on the nail very gently, pat it down, and then brushing it down towards the tip. And then of course cleaning up the sides and the free edge. That way we don't take away from our shape. The second bead, we're going to go in and place it right below that first one. Same thing, patting it down and then brushing down towards the tip. Make sure that whenever you pat and brush the acrylic, that you're doing this very gently, because you don't want to brush that product off the nail, because then you're going to have to keep adding until you build your thickness back up. And then again, y'all, it's super important that as you're working, you're steady cleaning up the sides like you see me doing right there. That way you don't get any product on the skin. And then like I said earlier, that way we don't take away from the shape and it doesn't, round off the corners too much. That way at the end, we won't have to do so much filing. But my third bead, I'm going to place it closer to the cuticle area. And this right here is what's going to start building our apex. So our apex is where your natural nail gets its strength from. So if you were to hit your nail on something, if your nail is really thin, that means it's going to be really fragile and just it's going to just break super easily, because it doesn't have anything really just giving it that strength to not break, if that makes sense. That's basically just like anything else, like glass. If it's too thin, it's gonna break, so you want to make sure that you give it that nice thickness. That way when you bump your nails against something or opening a car door, whatever it may be, your nails are not gonna just snap off. The fourth bead, I'm placing closer to the cuticle area. This is what's really gonna build our apex right here. So placing it down and then very gently brushing it down, even though we're not really we want most of the product to stay right there where we placed it at, but we still have to brush it down, because of course it has to blend in with the rest of the acrylic. And then same thing, going in and cleaning around the cuticle area, making sure that we don't have any product on the skin, because if not, it's gonna dry up really fast and most likely we will get lifting, because once you have dried acrylic on the skin, it's gonna be really hard to file it off without cutting your client. Other than that, of course, make sure that as always you're steady looking at your nail from different angles. That way you know exactly where you need to apply your acrylic. And then another really important thing is making sure that as you're working, you're steady wiping your brush off on a paper towel, because if not, that product is going to get stuck to your brush, and then it's going to be really hard to get a nice and smooth application. And then I forgot to mention, but of course the acrylic that I'm using is the Clear Acrylic by JC Beauty Concepts, and the brush that I am using is actually the one that I did with Alpha brush, which right now is no longer available. It was literally just limited edition, but hopefully soon we will come out with it again. But for right now, they have just the regular number 10 oval Kolinsky brush, which is it's exactly the same except for it's brown and mine is pink, but it does just as good and everything. So we're just gonna go in and basically do the same thing on all of the nails. I know a lot of people lately have been asking about me doing just clear acrylic. I've been working with a lot of colored acrylic here lately, so I wanted to do a few videos where you see me just doing clear acrylic with polish on top of the nail, just because as a beginner I feel like you want to make sure that you just practice your clear acrylic first and just work on your foundation and just really focus on your application and making sure that your nails stay on, because I feel like a lot of people that are just starting out, they try to go all out with the nail art and all out with the colored acrylics, and then your nails or your client's nails pop off in a few days, and I feel like all of your product just kind of go to waste. So I definitely suggest that if you are a beginner, you perfect your application with just clear acrylic. and then move on to the colored acrylic and everything else that comes in when doing nails. But I know, like, literally just hearing from like my clients' experience with other nail techs, and just getting messages on Instagram and here on YouTube, that's just what I really think that you should start doing. That's really how I started as well. I would do my sister's nails and my friend's nails, just people's nails that I could actually kind of look at, because I feel like a lot of the time, say you do, I don't know, like a stranger's nails, and you're not really able to see, okay, they stayed on really good this time, or okay, these many nails came off, so I need to see what I'm doing wrong. So hopefully I'm making sense, but you just want to make sure that you kind of are able to supervise your work, just to kind of see what you need to improve on, whether maybe your rhinestones are falling off too quick, so you need to change glues, or maybe you're getting lifting, so you need to figure out if it's your acrylic application, maybe you're not prepping the nail correctly, maybe you're not filing the nails correctly. So just being able to kind of watch your work grow out and see if they're lasting a while, and then once your nails start lasting on people and they're not falling off within the first few days, that's when I feel like you can start charging more, and just start doing whatever you want to do as far as nail art or whatever. But I know, like, just like I said earlier, just from hearing other people's experience, I feel like where a lot of beginners go wrong is that they do one set, they feel like, okay, it's good, I'm gonna start taking clients, and then they do clients' nails, and then those clients' nails fall off within the first few days, and guess what, they're not going to come back. So you're not able to build your clientele because of that same reason that people are like, oh, I paid this much and then my nails came off, and they're going to tell the next person and the next person and the next person, and it's going to be really hard for you to get clients. So I would strongly suggest that you perfect or try to perfect your application. Make sure that your nails are lasting at least a good 2 weeks, and then you can start really just taking clients and do whatever it is that you desire. But definitely take that into consideration. Nails is definitely not something that you can just do one time and be good at. It definitely takes a while. Another big thing that I've heard from clients, like just here recently, I wasn't working, so of course my clients were going to other people. Another big thing that I was hearing about was timing. Apparently a lot of nail techs are taking 3 to 4 hours for something that definitely should not take that long. I know for me, I do have some clients that take me a little bit longer, but definitely never over 3 hours, and for sure never 4 hours. So I know one way that you can, or one thing that you can do to help speed up your process is just really timing yourself. Just setting a timer and kind of try to beat that timer every time. And as you're working or whatever, you're gonna find different little things here and there that are gonna help you with your speed, whether it's maybe cutting the sides of the nails whenever you're doing stiletto nails instead of going in and filing from the very beginning, or it really could just be like really small things that could really just help you speed up your acrylics or whatever. So definitely try that as well if that's something that you struggle with. That I know for me helped a lot. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys continue watching. But remember, y'all, whenever you're doing acrylic nails, make sure that you're super gentle, that you're steady wiping your brush off on a paper towel, and then also that you stick to a certain method. For the most part, I try to do a 4-ball method. But anyways, after we finish applying the acrylic, I'm just going in with my 100 nail file. I'm just going in and basically redefining the shape, but because of course we already have that I forget what this shape is called, y'all. It's not really just coffin. It's like it's like the tapered square shape, I think it's called. So it's kind of like a in between a square and a coffin, not too narrow and also not too wide. So just going in on both sides in the fridge at exactly a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna do that on all of the nails. Alrighty, so after we finish reshaping the nails, I'm going in with my fine drill bit, which you can find on Amazon. I'll be sure to leave the link down below to my Amazon storefront where you can find a whole list of all of the drill bits that I use. So I'm going in around the cuticle area first, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin and you won't get any lifting, because trust me y'all, I feel like maybe like 80 to 90% of lifting will come from you not following around that cuticle area correctly. And I know as a beginner it definitely can be scary to, you know, go in with the drill because you're scared that you're gonna cut someone, or whatever the case may be, because trust me, I was once there. So you can definitely, you know, do your filing with a regular hand file instead of using an e-file. But with the e-file, it's also going to help with your speed, and then also is going to take away that hard work from your wrist. Because remember, you always want to make sure that you work smarter and not harder, because doing nails can trigger your carpal tunnel and you just don't want those wrist problems. Trust me, I've had really bad wrist pain before and it is definitely not a joke. So again, make sure that you work smarter and not harder. Also, whenever you're using a drill, you know, you don't have to use it at the speed that I use it at, which right now I'm using it at 10,000 RPMs. Just use it at whatever you feel comfortable using it at, and then, you know, with practice you're going to be able to speed it up a little bit more every time that you do nails. But again, just whatever you feel comfortable using it at. Alrighty, so after we finish filing the nails, I'm going to go in with my buffer. This is just going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file, so you never want to skip that step, because if not, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish, and it's definitely not cute. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go in and just wipe the nails off with an alcohol wipe to get rid of any of that dust that's left on the nails. And then I'm gonna go in with this really pretty sheared pink on all of the nails as a base, and this is by Madam Glam. Of course, I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. And then I'm also gonna go in with some nude colors and a burnt orange color, a black, and a white as well. And it's gonna be almost like an abstract look, so it's gonna be something really random. So once we get to that part, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys watch. But again, all of these are gel polishes by Madam Glam. I'm using my little nail polish plate, and then I'm gonna be using my small little nail art brushes, which will be on my website, which is www.getnail32, and I'll be sure to leave that link down below. Alrighty, so what I basically did was just go in and do random spots of those 4 different nude colors, and then after that we're just gonna go in and kind of outline those spots with white and a light blue. And this look was actually inspired by a picture on Instagram. I honestly do not have a clue on who created this look. My client just showed me a picture, and in all honesty, I didn't even look to see who the nail tech was. So if you know, of course, feel free to tag them down below or just comment their Instagram, whatever you want to do. But you know, this was again a look inspired from Instagram. But we're just gonna go in and outline those little spots. And then also it's not really just like outline exactly, you know, the shape or whatever. Some of them are also like just the outline in the, like in the middle of the little spot, if that makes sense. But again, I'm just using the white and the light blue, and then of course curing my gel polish for 30 seconds, and then my top coat for 60 seconds. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go in with the Velvet Matte Top Coat by Madam Glam, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna apply that on all of the nails, and then we're gonna cure for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out so pretty. I absolutely love those colors together, and that matte just made everything pop. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNailDirty2, and I'll see you guys next time.